Hello, and thank you for joining me in this episode, Camping Alone in Heavy Rain. I'm going to be explaining how I do this alongside a river that's about to burst its banks. Today, I'm inviting you to join me as I set up my cozy teepee by the river, embracing the calming presence of a major rainstorm. The river nearly bursts its banks, but we're going to do this together. My campsite is nestled in a tranquil river surrounded by lush green nature. Setting up my teepee is going to be our main priority. I always like to have a look around to see what's present in nature. It's important to find a good spot with flat land and surrounded by greenery. I feel when we're surrounded by greenery, it just brings a sense of relaxation. I found this nice little spot here. It's right next to a river where, with the river, it actually goes through a number of these little blocks just to help maintain the water in the river. So you'll notice that it goes through these little gaps made in the stones, and there's actually two little side sections set up as well for the water to pass through. What that means is the water passing through will stop large objects going by and going down the river. I also noticed there's a lot of nice wildlife in this as well. So some wildlife is nice, some wildlife is not very nice. So some of these nettles were in the way. I moved those out of the way. I'm going to go through what I've got today with me for my camping session. And this is going to be a new TP tent. It's actually not a fancy tent. It's something you can pick up from shops such as Walmart or Asda, depending on which country you are in. It comes all bundled up in a nice cardboard box, and it's supposed to be very easy to set up. And I do find it is easy to set up. It's basically a large pop-up tent, and you'll notice it's already started raining. So with the rain, it's nice. I like the sound of rain when I'm not in the rain. Now, while I'm setting up, I find a good spot here right next to the river, so we can see as the rain does embrace, the river actually starts rising. I wouldn't recommend being this close to a river, because if it does overspill into your tent during the night, it may cause you some issues. So you'll see it's a relaxing rain setup. The teepee tent reminds me of a nice cone structure which allows all the water to rush away. And the water here, I like feeling the water just to see the temperature of the water. I do like to fish now and again as well, so I think I might be coming to this location with my fishing rod in future just to see if we can get some fish. As the rainstorm approached, the temperature did fall, and there's a drop in the wind and the pickup of the speed of the water. The sound of the rain hitting the river made a sweet lullaby, making the space feel even more comfortable and serene. So indoors, at the moment, this is one of my earlier episodes into the camping arena, so I didn't have as much gear with me as I would like. I am slowly building out my gear, so please be sure to follow along on this journey. I will be making this a separate playlist. I've been doing a lot of calm ASMR videos about my camping where I haven't been speaking much. I just wanted to have a setup where I could start slowly expanding my setup, and you'll see as the storm passes, it's coming through, but I feel like it comes in batches, which does mean we get nice spells of water, nice spells of weather, and then it starts raining again. And having this opportunity to build out my gear, I'm going to be making this a separate playlist of videos. So if you're interested in this, I will leave an end card with my next episode where I will be speaking with you, sharing my thoughts, and having you along the journey. In this episode, I've thought about the types of tents that I could be using. And this teepee tent works nicely, and it does allow you to camp alongside a river if there's enough space. So very rewarding and unique experience. It allowed me to disconnect from the hustle and bustle of daily life and just relax and enjoy the moment here that we're enjoying together. And again, this river is very ferocious. If you remember in the start of the episode, it was very calm. But as it's starting, you can see now the stones are barely visible that make up that position. And I wanted to just sit there and enjoy this. The clouds are still approaching. I feel like there will be another hit of rain. I've got a nice little camping chair here, which I find very useful. I've had this for a long time. And my camping chair just folds out and it allows me to take a little rest and enjoy the weather. I'm wearing basic gear at the moment. I've got trainers, I've got tracksuit, waterproof bottoms and a t-shirt. I have a rain overcoat as well, in case you need to come out in the rain. So you'll see it's like moments of rain and all of a sudden the rain stops and the sun passes through and then it starts raining again. It's a very unreal experience. I was just a little bit bamboozled, especially as this was one of my early camping sessions. And the main thing I did enjoy was the rain. So you'll see here now, I put the camera away for a few minutes and then it starts raining again. And I have to get my camera out again just so I can show you how this experience was coming through and how the rain and the water was just building up momentum. So camping alone in rain can be a specifically mesmerizing occasion, and this time I brought some camping basics with me just to keep us going. And it can be an adventure cooking on its own because you have some meals you want to prepare. I have a chopping board that I use as a mini table at the moment, and of course the basic element here is going to be a tea section. So I'm going to be making a nice cozy tea, and being English, tea is our favorite. Just when you have a cup of tea, it just rejuvenates you. It gives you a nice little kick, something warm going inside you, with a nice simple oatmeal biscuit. And this is like a pre-prepared one in a packet. So I enjoyed that just to give me a little bit of an energy boost, and it's like a crumble type situation. So having the tea next to the river, being ready for the weather, and just enjoying the amount of nature around us. Specifically with this setup, I feel like I need to come back to this location with a more in-depth setup. And it's just a case of it gets too hot, it gets very not moldy, it gets very sweaty, very intense. So your jacket comes on and off when it's raining. And these stones, you can see they were visible earlier on, but now they're just coming to a point where the water does feel amazing. I just love playing in the water. It reminds me of having a bath and having lots of water overflowing from the tap, going swimming, but this is 10 times better because it's secluded. There's no one else here. It's just you and me, and we're enjoying this moment together. I feel like as I improve, as I get better, I want you to come along with me and share this moment with me. So today we had a simple teepee tent setup. It's a pop-up tent. However, as I grow, I want to see how far I can take this. What else do I need to make me a true camping legend? So as it starts raining and I find a nice spot, I find myself becoming a seasoned camper, because I did this little foray during the day as a test just to see how good this tent is. Would it withstand a really rainy day? And I start packing the tent away, and I feel like we've had a nice session here. It has been interesting, and it brings me back to the serene calm and inspires me for my next camping session. So you'll see this hidden away gem was a great place to spend some time with you. So make sure to check out one of my next episodes where I'll be speaking with you, and I'll have a specific playlist to allow you to just catch up and spend some time in nature. I'll see you on the next episode.